Hello and welcome to this Warhammer 40k battle report with me, Xenovids. This is the third battle in the campaign and I am using my Eldar today against Space Marines. It's 2,000 points, it's big guns never tire. Let's see what happened. And so a look at the setup of my Eldar. So we have a grass themed world, it's the same ruins as normal. So we've got 5 Dark Reapers up in the building, ready to take some pot shots at anything that comes their way. Got a unit of 10 Wind Rider jet bikes with a Warlock in there, and we rolled, and he's got Enhance and Drain, which gives weapon skill, +1 weapon skill and initiative to my unit, basically. Got the Wraith Knight there, a Wave Serpent with 10 Die Avengers inside, hiding behind the wall. Wraith Knight with Sun Cannon, Scatter Shield, and a Scatter Laser. Fire Prism. 10 Guardians with Bright Lance, 10 Guardian with Bright Lance, a Wave Serpent with 5 Fire Dragons, 5 Wraith Blades with a Spirit Seer, and he rolled the Psychic Power, which is basically a Flame of Blast template. So they're all hidden there. There's one objective next to the Guardians, and then this is my attacking squad who's going to shoot across and take down as much as they can. The Space Marines set up. So here we have it. We have 10 Assault Marines, 30 or 40 normal Space Marines, a unit of 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shields, a Librarian, the Grand Master, and he's also got 2 drop pods with 2 Dreadnoughts, one with Twin Link Las Cannon, one with Plasma, ready to come in and cause some damage. So turn 1 Elder movement. I advanced a lot of things. All the jet bikes scooted over a little bit. I wanted to bring them in later on in the game. Everything else moved. All my tanks moved a little bit to get the jink, because it is night fighting this turn, so extra cover is always good. But he doesn't have any long range weaponry. So in my turn 1 Eldar shooting, I use the Wraith Knight to kill 5 Assault Marines with his Scatter Laser and his Sun Cannon, which was very devastating on turn 1. So turn 1 Space Marine movement, he's advancing his Assault Marines, ready to assault, moving them up. Not so sure which way he's going to go yet, so he brings them up in the central position. Then he brings forward his 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators. Now, they are going to be moving across the board very slowly, 6 inches each turn. They're great in close combat, but they're very far back, so I don't know how effective they can really be in this kind of game. The setup was hammer and anvil, so quite a way away from each other, but we'll see. I'm moving up the rest of his Space Marines on that side of the board. Behind that, both of these barracks, there is an objective, and that's the name of this game. Aim of this game to have all objectives. So he's bunched them all together so they can all get a lot of cover from that barracks and claiming those objectives. His idea was to just go on the defensive and hide, claim those 2 and hope for the best. So turn 1 Space Marine shooting, the Assault Marines shoot at my Wraith Blades, and they kill 1. So turn 2 Eldar movement. I move my jet bikes up a little bit more, and the Wraith Knight and Wave Serpent with Die Avengers up a little bit more. The Wraith Blades move a little bit as well. So, after the shooting phase, that's what happened. So let's take a closer look at that. You notice there is quite a big gap where there used to be Thunderhammer Storm Shields. My Wraith Knight absolutely destroyed them with his Scatter Laser and Sun Cannon. I laser locked them with the Scatter Laser and then got 9 hits altogether, AP2 I think, and he just kept failing his saves. So killed his Thunderhammer Storm Shields. My Wave Serpent took out a couple of normal Space Marine tactical men as well. So in turn 2 Space Marine movement, let's see what he can do in the counter-attack. Both of his flyers have come in. These can be very annoying, both with twin-link glass cannon and auto cannon. Very devastating. So he's deciding how to precisely counter-attack my dominating shooting. So he decides to bring one unit of Space Marines conga line fashion up the board, reducing the amount of casualties he would get from blast templates. Very good tactic. Let's see how they can survive against my units there. I'll work on the Wraith Blades there at the bottom of the screen. On paper, pretty good, but I'm not sure how well they perform in game, as you'll see. So turn 2 Space Marine shooting. His Dreadnought is firing his plasma at that unit. He fires and kills just one. Now the Assault Marines are going to take down the Wraith Blades, hopefully. See how they do. Needing 6s. They are toughness 6. Which I make their armor safe. 3 up armor safe, 4 up invulnerable. They're quite a good distraction unit, I find. So, ready to roll some dice. This is from the flyer now, auto cannon and las cannons. So rolling an invulnerable and an armor save, taking 1 down. There's only 3 left already. He definitely needed that. He needs to take down a few more. So the other flyer now is going against my Wraith Knight. So he's rolling confidently. He's thinking, yeah, I'm going to pop a few wounds off of it. Take it down. And then he says, what's your toughness? And I reply, toughness 8. Oh dear. Absolutely nothing. Turn 2 Space Marine assault phase. So the Assault Marines have now assaulted my Wraith Blades and coming in for the attack. And I fail an armor save. So now down to just the 1. And hitting back. And he hit me at the same time. Didn't do anything. So I have turbo boosted my jet bikes up to get them out of the way of his flyers. And I've moved my Wraith Knight back a little bit. My flyer, Crimson Hunter X-Arc flyers come on. I've moved everything up a little bit. Turn 3 Eldar shooting. So I destroyed the drop pod and the Dreadnought. My Crimson Hunter destroyed his flyer completely. It's gone, exploded, kaboomed. So going on to Space Marine movement. He now brings in his second drop pod to try and whittle down my troops on this side so that to get me off the objective and cause some damage. He moves his flyer up down the centre of the board. Ready for turn 3 Space Marine shooting. So, here's playing thingy Storm Talon, I think it's called, against my Reapers. And they do get a bit of cover up there because there's a lip of the wall. So I've got to roll 3 up armor save. That'd be easy to do, right? No. 1, 2, and a 1. So 3 of them go down. I do roll a leadership test for them, and they do make it. Ta-da! So now they're shooting into my jet bikes. Now they have turbo boosted, so they are going to get a 4 up cover save, do you believe? That's 3 armor saves. and 1 down. And a few more shots from the other squad. And a couple more armor saves to make and I make them on a 3-up. 3-up armor save, 4-up cover save is pretty good for the jet bikes. Now his Dreadnought and Drop Pod are firing into the Guardian unit, and they do manage to take down a couple of Guardians. So turn 4 Eldar movement. This is crucial to try and take down a lot of his army. So what I do is bring my flyer up. My Wraith Knight moves up slightly as well. My jet bikes have moved slightly. I want to jump them across the other side of the board. My Fire Dragons have come out of their Wave Serpent, ready to shoot down the Drop Pod. Then my Wave Serpent jumped across, ready to do a combined fire against his Dreadnought. On turn 4 of Eldar shooting, I destroy the Drop Pod and the Dreadnought completely. The firepower is just amazing with this Eldar army, and I'm doing extremely well. I have taken down his other flyer. We're just leaving it there just because we don't have any last 10 plays. Turn 4 Space Marine movement phase. He moves everyone up a little bit more to get more cover, and he moves the other unit of Space Marines up to try and do some damage because I forgot to turbo boost my jet bikes. But looking at the turn 5 overview, nothing on that side of the board. All of his Space Marines have been destroyed except for the last 4. So let's take a closer look at the board. I currently hold 1 objective on the left. There is 2 objectives behind the 2 barracks which aren't held. I got Warlord, First Blood and Line Breaker. All I needed to do was take out my Die Avengers out. I could have had the other objective. There's 4 Space Marines left. That's all I needed to kill, but they were locked in combat. So a very comfortable win for my Eldar. Played extremely well. I thought the army worked very well against his different Space Marine army. A lot of troops, a couple of vehicles, no long range weaponry. Very interesting tactical choices, but my Eldar exposed it completely. My list has a lot of AP3 and AP2 weaponry in it, and long range blasts, which was good against this army. So, tell me what you think about the battle. If you think the Eldar is a good list, or anything to do with that, please comment below, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more battle reports.